This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store. The evasive Eddie Hearn this week. Because yesterday, right, I don't know if you've noticed, but I said Joyce Zhang about 60 times in the scrum, and you aired me hard every time. It was quite good viewing. No, in the scrum yesterday I went, Joyce Zhang, and every time you went to another reporter.
No, I did answer a question about Joyce Zhang. Yeah, okay, mate. Great banter. And when you say I'm evasive this week, you've had 2 interviews from me, including a sit-down. You got in a car with me to go to an interview. You've ended up interviewing Ariel off the back of me as well. How the fuck have I been evasive?
That is true. Good point, Edward.
Seeing you out here with your missus, right? You must be. What about when I met your missus yesterday? And I was like, are you from Cirencester? And she's like, no, I'm from a little village near Cirencester. And I was like, oh, is Parsons the boy then? Is he from Cirencester? And she was like, yeah, he is. I'm like, oh my God. I mean...
Edward, I wanted to pick up on your outfit on Wednesday. Right now, you said it was cool. So the top comment, you know that tracksuit,
yeah.
I quite like it. But then again, you're 42, right? This is where the problem lies. Top comment is Eddie looks like he's just about to drop off a 3-5.
A what? Sorry.
A 3-5.
What's that?
Weed. So yeah, look like a local trapper.
I'm 43, I think. Not 42. Am I? Yeah, I am.
Okay. Taylor Serrano, Croke Park, we're hearing now that it's not going to be. Instead, the Free Arena, I believe, but that's only 9,000 capacity. Obviously, seeing the Irish government lobbying. What is going on here?
Really? I mean, look, we just came out and gave the straight facts that staging the event at Croke Park is 3 times more expensive than staging it at Wembley Stadium. They came out and said, no, the rental cost is only, it's not the rental, I'm talking about staging the fight, their requirements of what we need to put in place to stage the event there. In the end, the conversations went on and on and on. We've got a TV date to do the fight. I promised Katie Taylor that we'll be in Ireland, and we're going to Ireland. Now, if that's the Free Arena, fantastic. It's a little bit more than the numbers you said, but there's going to be a fantastic atmosphere there. And we'll keep on working towards Croke Park, and we'll probably do it in September. But I'm not missing another opportunity to bring Katie Taylor to Ireland. So I'm not blaming the government. I'm not saying it's their fault. I'm just saying that's the costs that we were given. And we spoke to him, I think Brian Peters spoke to him again yesterday. They're under a lot of pressure to change something. I also get their point that our TV date, which is May the 20th, there's also a rugby match on, and they're saying it won't, Ireland's already full that day. So whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm not losing the opportunity to go to Ireland, and if it's going to be Free Arena, it will be unbelievable, and then we'll move to a stadium later in the summer.
They've done an interview, which I'm sure you've seen. I believe the director of Croke Park or something like that, he said that the costs aren't 3 times as much. And the
rental.
Well, yeah.
Anyone can say. Listen, the only one that wants to spin things more than me is the government, right? And I don't even know the Irish government, but what they said was, no, the rental is only a little bit more than Wembley. That's true. But it's all the cost. When we go to them and they say, this is what you need to put in place, this is all the costs of bringing that fight here. And that is 3 times more than the cost would be for Wembley.
You feel like for Katie Taylor and for what she deserves and for what she's done for the sport from a grassroots level, for women, empowerment, etc., they should be doing a bit more to make sure it lands?
I'm not out here saying the government should be doing this and the government should be doing that. Ultimately, I want to take Katie Taylor to Ireland. She wants to go to Croke Park. She's also over the moon that she's going to be even fighting in Dublin. And the Free Arena, by the way, everyone talks about the Free Arena like it's, I don't know, York Hall. No disrespect to York Hall, but it's a fantastic arena. When Conor McGregor went there, it's unbelievable. It's banked. The atmosphere will be wild. But look, like I said, I'm not prepared to go through another cycle of no Katie Taylor fights in Ireland. So you'll see. You'll see come fight night. But listen, Serrano's got to win, and it might not even be Serrano. Who knows? But the plan now is May the 20th in Ireland.
WBC's investigation into Conor Benn's test. I had something sent to me. I just wanted to clear it up. Are they investigating both tests or just one test?
They're investigating both tests from Conor Benn. One was under the obviously VADA did both tests. WBC program was the first test, and we're expecting. I mean, I saw someone we were supposed to get something 2 days ago, but we're expecting it fairly imminently. Sorry, mate. So yeah.
Yesterday you mentioned a little bit on slap fighting. I just wanted to be able to pick your brain on it. Slap fighting, pick your brain one-on-one. I know you speak about how much boxing should be done in order to be able to save the fighters and help themselves in terms of the medicals and everything that needs to be done. This is like fully grown 350-pound built muscly men slapping each other at point blank range, no defence. Seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why people want to get involved with that format. I don't like it. It's, you know, guys who are not defending themselves and girls not defending themselves to a significant blow to the brain. And my worry is that could become the norm for kids and stuff like that. You know, next thing you'll see it in playgrounds, and you will. But I don't know. It's a weird one. I don't really understand the process behind it.
I know I asked you yesterday about the price point for Mayweather Chalmers, 32, 26 or whatever. Not so much on that and your thoughts on that, because I think that's quite obvious, but we see more and more of these companies that we've perhaps not seen before, and then they go and do a big fight, and then they do these random pay-per-view costs, and the events never do as well as expected. Do you feel like maybe they can learn from themselves and what's been done in the last couple of years with all the influencer crossover stuff? I know Misfits are nailing it a bit more now, but there are some random ones in there.
Yeah, I think the way that you delivered that question was really poor, and I don't think it really makes sense. But basically, I don't know what you're talking about. What platform is it on?
Well, we've seen, for example, like Kingpin. It's on a random streaming platform online. Exactly. And they've had mistakes before where they've not implemented the right security events, and fans have got in the ring. What I'm saying is we're seeing this more and more now at events.
Yeah, because it's a game full of cowboys and amateurs. That's why you see some events and there's people jumping over the inner ringside barriers to get to the ring. 10s and 20, 30, 40 people. Because people want to cut costs. They want to save money. They don't know how to run events properly. But generally people don't, that's for people to really witness for themselves. But those events, they're not run by professional, event organisers that do this week in, week out.
Mayweather Chalmers, a fight that, is it going to make a profit?
Who's airing it?
I don't know. It's a random online streaming platform.
I have no idea what Mayweather and Chalmers are making.
What you can imagine Mayweather demands.
Depends what they're making. Yeah, but Mayweather demands. There's two things with Mayweather demands. There's Mayweather demands and there's the real Mayweather demands, and they're very different.
Joyce Zhang will be clashing with Dalton Smith on your Sheffield date. Not necessarily. So you may change that date now?
We've never announced that date.
You sort of said that would be the date that you'd go with.
Maybe not. April 15 or April 29. If we go April 15...
The 29th date is still an option.
If we go April 15, we might clash with Joyce Zhang. If we go April 29, we might clash with Fury. So we'll see.
Berlanga looked like he seemed very happy speaking about Matchroom yesterday, like the DAZN project.
Look, I think Edgar Berlanga's got a very good manager in Keith Connolly that's going to go out and maximise the deal and the opportunity. It's about the money, but it's also about the direction, it's about the plan, it's about the promotion. We believe we've got the best plan, best promotion for Edgar Berlanga. Obviously, Top Rank wanted to keep him, lost him. PBC want him, Golden Boy want him. Everybody wants Edgar Berlanga, and we hope we win the race.
Eddie, what could Josh Buatsi's next fight be?
Hopefully, Dimitri Bivol. But we'll sit down and plan over the next couple of weeks.
How soon could we get that made for? Would it be May, June, and are we looking at Abu Dhabi?
Around that date, possibly America. Love to do it in the UK.
On Conor Benn, when he has his return, are we looking at a Pacquiao, or what sort of names are you looking at? I know he said he'll fight anyone.
EUBANK, Pacquiao, Ortiz, Boots Ennis, Terence Crawford. He wants a massive fight next.
Finally, from Kell, Brook, he's come out and admitted that he is struggling with himself mentally since he's ended his career. Just from your side of things, obviously it's very sad. What can we be doing to sort of help fighters once they retire? Because it's all they know.
Yeah, it is. You want to make sure you keep them in the gym, you keep them around boxing, but there's no replacement for the buzz of being a fighter or being involved in boxing. And sometimes you just got to remember that people, Kell's an example of, might come down the gym and be sprightly and might give an interview and, this and that, and deep down he's dying inside. So, it's not always what it seems. Be nice and, give him the support. And like I said in the interview yesterday, he's a good guy with a good heart. So boxing's behind him and I'm sure he'll be fine.
Top man, cheers mate.